Hello, I'm Bruce with Home Maintenance Solution and Ask Handyman Bruce. Today I'm going to be showing you how to change out a drain in a sink. So right now we've got this black drain basket in a black sink, and this is a cheaper brand, and it keeps peeling off like this. So I went ahead and got the Kohler brand one. I'm going to show you how to install it. Here's what we have under the sink. Now, if you think this is going to be helpful for you, please like the video and comment too. We like to hear from you guys. But if you like the video, it helps other people see it. So, first thing we need to do is disconnect this tailpiece and unscrew this ring. All right, now that we have this out, I'm going to clean off some of the old sealer here, plumber's putty, wipe this dry, and we're going to make some new plumber's putty and set the new one. All right, after we've got the plumber's putty kind of rolled out, just put it along the edge here, or you can put it on the bottom of the strainer basket too. That's usually actually how I do it. I don't know why I did it this way, but hey, it works. All right, so now we're gonna grab the new one here. Everything's unscrewed off the bottom. There's no seals that go on top of this. The only seal is the plumber's putty against the sink. The rubber seals go on the bottom. We can get that out of the way. Now let's go ahead and set that in there and get it roughly centered and smashed in. It doesn't have to be all the way in. We're gonna cinch that up in a little bit here. Okay, now this is where the confusion comes in sometimes. There's a rubber gasket here that goes on the bottom of the sink, not on top. I already mentioned that once, but want to be clear. And then there's a couple of different ways that these are made. This one here has a metal ring that goes on because it's got a screw-on ring with some set screws that tighten it up against the sink, and it needs to push against this metal ring. A lot of them just have a screw nut here, like the one that I took off. And that's fine too. You do it the same way. You put the rubber seal and then the screw-on nut. But this one is just a little nicer because it doesn't rotate to tighten. Like you rotate it, you'll see in just a minute, you rotate it some, but you don't have to rotate it very tight to tighten it. And it keeps the rubber seal from getting rippled as you really tighten that. So let's put it together. Okay, I've got the three pieces started. Now we're just gonna snug it up by hand, and we can put a little pressure on it. It won't hurt anything, but the main pressure comes from these screws, cinching those up. Let's do that next. All right, as we tighten these, we're going to be pulling the basket down and squishing out plumber's putty on top. So just kind of snugging this up. Go around evenly and tighten all three of these. I'll show you a top view here. See how the putty's starting to squish out? Obviously we have too much putty, which is fine, but I'd rather have too much and not enough. All the extra squishes out, we can put it right back in the container. All right, we've got it nice and tight. We're going to go ahead and take off the rest, and I always just take something, won't scratch the sink, and kind of rake that out of there. Now the next step is to connect the drain back up the tailpiece. Now tailpiece is different than an extension. It's got this flat little washer here that's got to be in there, and that just goes up against, that goes up against the bottom of the strainer basket, and then we just tighten the tailpiece retainer ring. I'll put a wrench on that, but essentially that's it, guys. We got the project finished, so it didn't take long. I think total was about 15 minutes here. I paused a lot of things, so it cut the video a little shorter, but essentially that shows you how to replace the strainer basket in a kitchen sink. All right, take care, guys.